From terror to truth. Seeing through the illusion of fear. Let's start with what happened in Louisiana on January 1st. Yes, it was an act of terror. Yes, it was tragic, frightening, and for many, a reminder that the world feels unsafe. But let's pause for a moment and ask, what really happened? What does this event mean? And most importantly, where do we go from here? The battlefield of the mind. When we see acts of violence, it's easy to believe the battlefield is out there, in Louisiana, in other parts of the world. But the truth is, the battlefield is in your own mind. The fear you feel, it's not coming from the event itself. It's coming from the story your mind tells about the event. Let me ask you this. Has the sun stopped shining because of what happened? Absolutely not. The sun rose on January 2nd, just as it did on January 1st. The wind didn't stop blowing. The rain didn't refuse to fall. The world kept moving because the world knows the truth. It's only the mind that forgets. Practical metaphors for a fearful mind. Fear is like a shadow. Imagine you're walking down a street at night and a shadow appears. You jump, thinking it's something dangerous, but when you look closer, it's just a tree. The shadow never hurt you. It was your interpretation of the shadow that caused your fear. Terrorism is like that shadow. The act itself happens, but the terror grows in the mind as we imagine what might happen next, what could happen to us, or what it all means. But here's the question. If you shine a light on the shadow, does it still scare you? Anticipated pain is an unopened letter. Fear of the future is like holding an unopened letter marked urgent. You haven't even read the contents, but you're already panicking about what it might say. The truth is, the letter might contain nothing at all, or even good news. Right now you're holding a letter marked January 1st, imagining all the terrible things it might mean for the year ahead. But here's the truth. You haven't opened the letter yet, and in this moment, you're safe. The world is a mirror. What happened in Louisiana was an outward projection of what's happening in the minds of the individuals who caused it. They believed that in order to achieve their goals, they had to hurt others. But isn't that what we all do in smaller ways, maybe not with violence, but with words, with actions, with thoughts? The battlefield is not in Louisiana. It's in every mind that chooses fear over love, separation over connection. What happens when you choose love? Instead, let's shift gears. Imagine that instead of reacting with fear, you reacted with love. What would that look like? A deep breath in the storm. When the storm comes, does the tree panic? No, it bends with the wind. Be the tree. Take a deep breath. Feel your feet on the ground. In this moment, nothing is happening to you. The sun is still shining somewhere. The rain is still watering the earth. You are still alive. The infinite being cannot be harmed. What can truly harm an infinite being? You are not just this body. You are not your fears. You are a child of God, infinite and eternal. The terror in your mind cannot touch the truth of who you are. A dream cannot harm the dreamer. So when fear tells you you are in danger, respond with truth. I am safe because I am love. From fear to love. Let's reframe the fear. Fear says, the world is dangerous. Truth says, the world is a mirror and I can choose what I see. Fear says, what if it happens again? Truth says, the future is not here. I am safe now. Fear says, I need to protect myself. Truth says, love is my protection. Final thoughts. To my students I say this. Fear is a shadow. It's loud, it's scary, but it's not real. Love, on the other hand, is as quiet and constant as the rising sun. It doesn't shout, but it's always there, waiting for you to notice it. The event in Louisiana doesn't define the year. What defines the year is how you respond. Will you let fear dictate your choices, or will you choose love instead? When you see the terror, remember, it's not outside of you. It's in the mind. And the mind can always be changed. The battlefield isn't real, but your peace is. Choose it. It's already yours. What say you? Shall we let the sun rise within us? Or will we keep the drapes closed, pretending it's still dark?